Hey guys, Sean Zine, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, take two. This is live number 30. We're gonna bring on a guest that, again, I know it's lunchtime, but we're all about providing value and making sure that you learn something, you gain major information, knowledge, so that you can actually implement some things that we give you today. So I want to make sure you understand. Don't just listen to us for 15, 20 minutes. Make sure you are, gonna engage with us. You're gonna, ask some questions. You're gonna share this live. You're going to pound that wow button and definitely sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So let me bring on Chris Allessio. Hey, what's going on, Chris?
What's up, Sean? What's up, Facebook? How's everyone doing today?
Doing awesome. A little technical difficulties that usually sometimes happens when a lot of people are using technology today. That's the problem that we're running into. Every once in a while, the time frame, it happens, but we were able to make it happen. We always, we don't give up. We're persistent. That's how we do things in life, and I'm sure you do in business as well. Chris,
Absolutely.
can you give us a little introduction of who you are?
All right, my name is Chris Allessio. I'm a lender with Freedom Mortgage. I'm also a full-time real estate investor. I'm a landlord. I do fix and flip projects. I also have, little small wholesale business. Not super active in that, but just a little dabbling in all different facets of real estate related. I wear many hats, all real estate related.
That's important. We all wear hats, different hats. You always want to make sure you're, consistently growing, making things happen. And that's, I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day. I know you're not probably going to the office, but things are still happening at home. How has it been with this change, with this virus going on, with your family, like before virus and now? What do you have happening now?
Well, thankfully, everybody in my family is okay. I know that there actually have been a couple cases in my family, but they've been able to weather through it and just self quarantine. Thank God, nothing too major. But a lot of professional relationships, people I know, their parents have or family members have been affected. Some people have passed away. I have a lot of family that's in Italy. Thank God everybody's okay there. A lot of friends and family over there on that side. And thank God everything's good. No major issues, although I know I can't speak for everybody in the world. I know there's been a lot of turmoil, including from what I hear from you, from mom and dad. So
Right.
my heart goes out to you and your family, and hopefully, we're wishing for a speedy recovery.
Yeah, we're definitely, they're fighters. They're going to be in there for a little bit of time. And that's all we ask is just keep praying for those that are out there and especially those on the front lines. They're doing their job every single day. They're putting themselves at risk, and we have to stay home. And how has it been as far as your family? Now you see your family a lot more than you did before, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a 7-year-old who's in first grade, who's now homeschooling in first grade, and which is awesome. I get to spend a lot of time with him. It's funny; he'll probably be coming into this meeting any second now, bursting into the door dressed as a pirate because he's really into Pirates of the Caribbean right now. And then I got 21-month-old twins, and they're a joy to be around, but they're just in every part of the house, just totally running the show here. But my hat goes off to my wife. I don't know how she does what she does.
Yeah, you definitely see a different, lifestyle now because we're around more and it's a beautiful thing. I'm enjoying the time that I get to spend with my daughter Natalie, who is growing up fast, 15 months old, and usually she'd be in daycare and we'll be out doing our thing. And now we're able to spend a lot more time with her. And I'm sure when things get back to normal, whenever normal is, we're going to be able to, we won't see them that often. So I'm taking advantage of this and using the time that we have as much as possible, slow down a little bit, but also just making sure that everyone's safe, etc. So I definitely, I appreciate this time as well. So yeah, we're in a little holding pattern for my parents, and we're wishing them well. We're hoping a speedy recovery, and continue praying those that are out there helping us. We appreciate you. Now,
100%.
a lot of people say, mindset's everything. I believe it is. And the way you wake up every single day, if you're in a positive mind frame, it'll actually help you get things accomplished. You'll be able to have a better, streamline and things will go a little bit more smoothly, even though you might have some tough times. How was mindset with you?
Mindset's everything. I mean, I'm not gonna to quote Tony Robbins, who I'm a big fan of. He says that everything we do in life is 80% psychology, 20% mechanics. So if your head is in a good place and your mind is in a good place, that just goes from a physical standpoint, a mental standpoint. I think that you can accomplish anything you set out to do, whatever challenges come at us. So mindset is everything.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a lot of you on, and we always want to remind you guys, if you're watching, don't just hit that like button or that love button. Drop a comment. Drop at least if if you're a liker and a lover and that's all you do, just drop a hashtag live so we know you're here. And if you have a website, if you have a business, you want to collaborate, drop it in the comments. Let's try to help each other in these 15, 20 minutes that we have to all collaborate and work together, because you got to get something out of this as well, because you're taking some time out of your day to listen to us. We appreciate you. And so it's important that we all continue to grow. What are you doing now that you weren't doing before when you were in your everyday life, and now you're hunkered down in the house? What are some changes that are happening with you, Chris?
Well, changes I'm having, it's kind of like Groundhog Day. I mean, like if you ever seen the movie, I have been waking up, which is great. I always, in previously to the COVID pandemic, I would always wake up. I would have a breakfast with my family, with the kids, and I would drive my son to school, and then I would start my day. Obviously, now that that's changed, my son is homeschooling right now, so I'm still getting the morning routine with them. But then I'm finding myself, if I'm after working out, when I'm done with that, I'll work out, and then I'll come upstairs and I'll go into my office. I find myself working probably just as many hours, if not more, trying to balance the fact of, running outside on nice days, getting the place to play in the yard, watching my kids on the jungle gym, or, playing baseball with my son. So I've been trying to balance a work life with them, which has been not the easiest, because in my business, work is still continuing. So we are busier than ever. We are still funding loans. We are still closing deals. I know a lot of other lenders are not doing that in this particular time, and there's a whole host of reasons why. From an operational standpoint, from a market standpoint, of why they've seemed to have scaled back, or in some cases just halted funding loans entirely. But in my business, it's not the case. And a lot of those other lenders that are closing or temporarily suspending lending, they've left a lot of people at the closing table not being able to fund a loan. So referral partners of mine, people that know me in the industry, that know that we are still lending, they're reaching out to me to try to salvage the deal, pick up the pieces, which we're doing. So we are, and not to mention, going into this, we were in one of the busiest refi booms this country's ever experienced. So we've coupling down with also moving right into purchase season. So it's been a very, very, very busy time. I consider myself very fortunate and blessed that I'm able to work from home. I know a lot of other people are not. There are people on the front lines that we touched on. That's enormous. I tell my son every day, even though he sees me working a lot and he wishes I could be playing with him more, I should be grateful and thankful that, dad's got a job and dad's able to work right now, because there's a lot of other people that can't, or dad is able to work from home because a lot of other people have to go out into the field and risk their life. That's huge. So I'll never, these are good problems to have. I count my blessings.
Oh yeah. And you bring up a great point. Kids today are watching everything that we do, and no matter how old they are, and they're going to take that, they see the motivation in dad. They might see, the dedication, the determination, the discipline. These are all traits that you want them to have when they grow up. So it's great that we're actually spending more time with them. They're actually seeing firsthand experiences, because school is one thing today, but I think if you are a parent, it's really your main job to be that person that is the inspiration, the motivation with your kids, not leave it to a teacher, because teachers might have 30 other kids, but you're home with your kid. Take that time and use it. That's beautiful, I believe.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is hopefully he'll never have to go through this again, or none of us will. But at the same time, I mean, it's he's his whole perspective on life is going to be forever changed, even if it's a 2%, tweak in the trajectory. It's going to, from where it's going to end up in 30 years. It's, he's already said some pretty crazy stuff to me. Like, did you and mom ever have to go through something like this when you were a kid? And no, we never did. And, we're going to take that, at this, hopefully he'll never take that for granted. So
Right.
it'll
No,
be
it's so
definitely
true.
change the perspective.
Now, you've been in business for a while, and you were talking, well, before we even got online, we were talking, and you had sold another business, got involved with the mortgage business, and your whole business is by referral. How important is that? And can you explain and expound on that for us?
Sure. I don't really market. Okay. I mean, I network a lot. Prior to this, I was out every 3, 4 nights of the week, different networking events. That's primarily how I would get my name out there. But I was involved in, before getting into real estate full time. I was doing real estate part time for, the better half of 10 years. So it wasn't a real hard, right turn. It was more of a pivot. And then when I transitioned full time, I was already very well versed in the industry and doing, because I was an investor as well. So for me, it was never about really pumping out a bunch of marketing, which I guess you can, you can look at that in many different ways. Some people say it's all about the marketing. Some people say it's, there's other ways. I guess you could say I'm doing a little bit more grassroots. Everything is more referrals. I'm a firm believer in doing right by people, and by doing right by people, your business will naturally grow. No, I don't sell anybody hard. There's no point in that. Nobody likes to be sold. People like to be consulted. People like to be advised. And if you take a consultative approach with people and you really try to put yourself in their shoes, genuinely put yourself in their shoes, what is in their best interest? What is in their family's best interest? We're talking about a major transaction or multiple transactions that will change the course of a family's trajectory in the long term. So these are decisions that I like to assist with people and make recommendations so that they can be financially free and they can have financial options for their family in the long run. If you come at it from that approach, you gain people's trust, you gain their respect, and you will naturally gain their referral business as well. The best compliments people can give you is that, hey, I got your name and number from so and so, that you assisted with their transaction, and I heard that you went above and beyond, and that will just continues to snowball. So that's pretty much how I get my name out there. I just do right by each individual client. Is you do right by them. And don't worry about the business. The business will come.
It's old school, but hey, that's the way it has to be, because you're building relationships. And when you build relationships and you do it right, it might take a little slower time, but you're looking at the long picture, the overall picture, not just deals for today. You're looking for deals for the future. So that's the important. And having that real tight knit relationship with that client will go a long way. And they're going to tell everybody about you because you educated them. You told them everything, the ins and outs, why or why not. That's a great thing. So that's a key thing for today. I want to shout out a couple people that jumped on: Ryan Barry, Carlos, Matthew Victoria, Yusuf, Joanne, Larry, Misty. You guys are all awesome. Please hit that wow button, hit that share button, drop a hashtag live if you're watching right now. And also, if you have a website or if you want to collaborate, if you have a business, let's use this time to market yourself as well. Now, Chris, how you're doing some lives. I've seen you getting out here every once in a while. How do you feel about video?
I mean, I think this is the future. I've been asked to come on live a lot in the recent weeks. I'm usually on a lot of panels throughout the state of New Jersey and New York. Just sharing insights, sharing industry, sharing what's going on in the industry, sharing my personal experiences and stuff. So that's always good. So being out in video, I mean, obviously you're hitting more of the masses. which is good. So it takes some getting used to, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, if there's good conversation and good content, I think that's all that matters.
That's truly what it is all about. And it's not just sitting here and say, use me for my services or use me for my product. We're just trying to drop value. And if you so happen to enjoy what you're hearing, you also, look into us and check out our, I have a website. I dropped Chris's text. If you want to explain what this is all about, Chris.
So this is my free app. This is an industry app that we use that I pay for, and I give it away for free. This is not something that you'd find on the, like on, the Google Play Store or the Apple iStore. This is a mortgage app that allows you to, one, check in on industry trends, see where rates are going, see what's driving rates in the industry, as well as it's a calculator. It allows you to really narrow in on what your payments are going to look like on a purchase calculator, how much you can afford on an affordability calculator, and also a refinance calculator. So it's super helpful. I pay for that. I give it away. It also has direct contact with me if you want to email, text, or send communication. You can call, email, or text me. Basically, you can get it all directly from that app. Super simple. Just text Chris Allessio to 36260. You get a link. That link you just click through and you just download it right to your home screen, and then you can feel free to use it as you need. It's a helpful tool that people can use to help make better decisions. Ultimately, that's what you want to do. One of the number one questions people always ask is, when you're out shopping for a home, is, what are my monthly payments? It's not necessarily about what you can afford. It's about what, not what you're pre-approved for, but what you can afford monthly. It's always about the monthly payment. What is my out-of-pocket monthly going to look like? And, if you're on the fly, you can look at that really quick.
Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome. I know you have a meeting coming up, so I don't want to keep you. So is there any final thoughts that you have for the community today?
Stay safe, everyone. That's first and foremost. Business will always be here later. Prepare for the long haul, whether that's in just a few months or like in 12 plus months. I always tell people, treat your business like you are going to one day sell your business. You want to, be very methodical about it, and don't just, go through the motions. If you're serious about business and you're serious about building longevity for yourself and for your family, educate yourself, read, exercise, take care of your family, take care of the most important things, but, and reach out to the industry professionals that whatever it may be. I know that if I have a question about insurance, I'm going to call you, because I know that's something that's a value that you add to the community. If you have a question about mortgages and things like that, give me a call. I'll be able to help you. I don't care if I earn your business today or tomorrow. If I can educate you and it can help put you in a better position for later, that's the most important thing. Really, and you can smell that on people who need the business or who desire the business so much that they're not looking to educate you. They're just looking to gain your business. You got to be careful about those people that you're working with. But other than that, I just wish everybody all the best. These are some trying times. We are going to get through this together as a community. Take care of your neighbors. Take care of your family. Big shout out to all the first responders. And, if anybody ever has any questions, feel free to reach out, via the text, via my app. You can text, email, or call me directly from there. And maybe I'll be on one of your shows again in the future. You never know.
You got it, man. I appreciate you dropping some major value today. And I wish you guys safe as far as keeping everyone healthy. And when we get together, real life, we'll definitely meet up and have you at one of my events or have some coffee and continue our relationship. But I appreciate you taking some time out of your day today.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. You've been doing this for a while, and I know you get a lot of people tuned into these episodes. They're always looking for something, and I think that's one thing that you've committed yourself to is just bringing value, and it's always about value. It's not about what you can. Well, it's not about what people can do for you, but it's about what you can do for them. So you keep doing what you're doing, and I think it's very well needed.
Thank you, my friend. Chris, have an awesome day, brother.
Yes, Plum.
And we'll talk soon.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, Chris. Thank you. Bye-bye.